Liga ng bayan na to, mga kabataan na sugod. Junior, MPBL para sa'yo. Ang liga ng bawat batang Pilipino. Liga ng bayan na to. Huwag ka matakot, kaya mo bang akyatin ang mundo? Bawat bukas may pag-asa sa'yo. Ito ang tulay ng tagumpay para lumakas ang iyong loob. MPBL, araw mo na, laro na to. Liga ng bayan na to, mga kabataan na sugod. Junior, MPBL para sa'yo. Ang liga, laro ng bawat Pilipino. Liga ng bayan na to, mga kabataan na sugod. Junior, MPBL para sa'yo. Ang liga, laro ng bawat Pilipino. Liga ng bayan na to. Junior MPBL, ang liga ng bawat batang Pilipino. Liga ng
Team collide as one puts its immaculate record on the line while another wants to improve its place in the middle of the standings. 3 exciting games down, and we still have 3 exciting games to go as we continue to bring you the comfort of your location, the action of the Atlantis 88 Manny Pacquiao's Junior MPBL. Our game at hand is between the home squad, Cavite City Solar Aces against the Bauan Cafe Uno for the 18 under division. Kakatapos lang na San Pedro at Davao. Pwede tingnan sa Facebook and YouTube for the replay. Good afternoon, friends. Zico Rocher along with my partner, Coach Mike Perez. Coach Mike, good afternoon. And what can we expect in this game, the 18 under division? You can hear the drums, so the hype is really here.
Well, aside from the excitement of having to work from you, this is going to be quality games that we're having as you see Bauan going up against Cavite in the next 3 games.
Yes, and so for for Cavite City's Aces Solar, they're 2-2 right now. And they will be facing a Bauan team that is undefeated. So what can we expect here from the Solar Aces in their home floor? Can we see an upset maybe?
Well, definitely both teams. You throw away all the standings. The goal is really to win as many games as you can so as to avoid any complications later on when it comes to the determination if we get into the playoffs.
Now, let's talk about Bauan Cafe, currently 2-0, wanting to keep that immaculate record. They want to end this day 3-0. Who are we supposed to look at here, Coach Mike?
Well, when you talk about Cavite first, no, Cavite, they were looking at the players such as Bulilan, Calderon, and even Magkare is going to be a player to watch out here para dito sa team na to. Cavite is number 6 actually in the South and tied with Munti at 2-2. And they won versus Munti by 2 points, 60 and 58. Munti tried to rev it up, started that game, but Cavite fought back, went on a 22-15 run, got some defensive stops, shot a lot better from the field, pretty decent at 31% and shot 16% from 3. That's an area they need to be working on. Free throws are pretty okay at 58%. But definitely it's the boards. They're plus 16 on the boards, which really led to them forcing turnovers, 23 of them being forced and 23 points taken out of it. But you'd like to think that since they controlled the boards, they would get the second chance points lorded over. But that's not the case because they gave up 24 points and was able to only score 9 points coming out of those boards. So really, I guess points coming out of those boards should be a factor here in this game for Cavite.
Definitely a lot of things to think about Cavite City, right? So you, especially in 3 points percentage, something to look out for here. And so, yun yung ano natin, yung mga key points. They both have pros and cons when it comes to Cavite City. And tinitingnan natin kung ano yung lalabas. Will it be their strengths or their weaknesses? Now move on to Bauan once more, 2-0. And wanting to come out of here alive. It's not their home floor.
Yep, and Bauan, 2-game win streak. Won their 2 straight. Last one that they won was over Quezon. 91-62, they limited actually Quezon to 8 points in the first quarter alone after coming up with 25 points on their own, which really never recovered na itong Quezon. They dug themselves a deep hole, and so what happened was that They lost that game, huge win, 29-point win, and really just JD Pagulangan. And I get really confused with this game because of JD Pagulangan. We talked about
last time pa
in
yun
one of-
magkasama
in
nun.
one of our coverage. JD Pagulangan is making a name for himself. Came up with 34 points, 3 rebounds, an assist, and 2 steals. And more importantly, these guys, the Bauan team, really shot very well from the field. 53% from the field, 41% from 3, including 12 steals and 7 boards that led to 20 assists, eventually causing them a plus 16 advantage for points in the paint.
Definitely a model of consistency. Tingnan natin if they can continue it today. But let's give it first to Flo de la Agua, the third member of our panel. Flo, the floor is yours.
Glad to join you today, Nico and Coach Mike. It is the home court squad, Cavite Aces Solar, going against the fierce Bauan 18U, which you can witness live here at Montano Hall in Cavite. In preparation for today's game, team manager Ren Manzon of Cavite told me that despite their big win against Muntinlupa in their last game, they maintain an underdog mentality. Kaya naman they hustle kahit sino pa ang katapat. Para naman sa koponan ng Bauan, nabanggit ni team captain RD Dolor na defense wins the game. And that is their main strategy aside from being prepared to lessen their turnovers, just like their 17 errors in their last game. We will all see the intense action in this game, kaya naman kilalanin na natin sila mula kay Gio Cruz, ang ating venue announcer.
Good afternoon, Junior MPBL fans! Welcome to Montano Hall Gymnasium here in Cavite City. This is the Atlantis 88 Manny Pacquiao's Junior MPBL Inaugural season. It's the battle between the Cavite City Aces Solar 18 under and Bauan Cafe Uno 18 under. And now let's meet the protagonists. First, from your Bauan Cafe Uno 18 under. On guard number 4, Dylan Divera. On guard number 7, IC Kalyangan. And forward number 16, JD Pagulayan. On forward number 78, Kelsey Baldoria. And at center number 10, Aris Borja. Head coach for the Bauan Cafe Uno 18 under, Mr. Gerald Dizon. And now let's meet the starters from your Cavite City AC Solar 18 under. On guard number 24, Isaiah Agaw. On guard number 28, Adrian Calderon. And forward number 42, Jelris Bolilan. On forward number 26, Javier Kaangay. And at center number 6, Sanjeev Mentu. Head coach for the Cavite City Aces Solar 18 under, Mr. Joel Gragasin. Junior MPBL, ang liga ng bawat batang Pilipino.
We're now here inside the Montano Hall in Cavite City. It's a full packed house. Coach Mike, just looking around us, I'm sure behind us as well, because it's the 18 under division between the Cavite City Aces Solar against Bauan Cafe Uno.
And rightfully so, both these teams coming off wins. So, you know, who gives which streak is gonna end? That's the big question.
Yun nga, no? Tapos, Coach Mike, tatanungin kita, ano yung mga keys to the game? Let's first start with Cavite City and then to Bauan.
Well, I think first is for them to be able to, actually for both teams, to be able to push that pace. These kids are very young, and they're really looking to have action out in the open floor. And, you know, somebody's got to be able to control the rebounds and, you know, to be able to convert on the other end. I don't think that a three-pointer, at least from what the numbers that we saw, is going to play a bit of a factor. Majority of the things that we see are really the other stats of second chance points and rebounds included.
And ang maganda dito sa Cavite City, they strike first, 2-0. What a way to hype up the crowd, and they could build around this, right? They know that they're the underdogs against Bauan Cafe,
Yeah,
and they need to ride.
right. And Agos really started out like wanting to win this game because he's really hyped up. And you saw in that first play when he tried to hook pass, and that time around he made a basket from the perimeter.
2-0 is our score. While for Bauan Cafe, Coach Mike, what should they do if they want to get out of this alive?
Well, they gotta check itong man that just missed that shot. It's Bolilan. You gotta be able to control Bolilan as well as Calderon. And those two are good for roughly about 20 points. Si Calderon's good for 17 points and 7 rebounds. And man, when I talked about the threes not being a factor, a lot of threes being thrown here by both teams as a three was made there by Bauan Cafe Uno.
As JD Pagulayan, one of the players that we mentioned in our pregame, had 34 points last time, but look at that reverse layup.
And boy, that wasn't an easy shot. Matic, this is gonna be a pound-for-pound play here. Look at that, under goal stab, didn't even hit the board, didn't even go glass, just went straight up, put a body English to it.
Yes, a power move brought to you by Pound for Pound Fitness, official fitness partner of the Junior MPBL. And ito si Pound for Pound Fitness. Pinapakita talaga dito yung the kind of conditioning you need to have in order to convert those tough shots, right?
That's right. And, you know, conditioning as well as physical preparation for all the contact inside. And Bolilan's one of those guys that can actually hit it from the outside, can put that ball on the floor and create if he needs to.
Drive. Great defense there by Cavite City. That was by Pagulayan who tried to attack the defense, and it's a foul on the floor, says our referees.
Well, Kayangan's gonna have his hand full against Calderon. Calderon's a guy who really wants to attack. He's got strong body. He's really forcing himself inside that paint, especially out in the open floors. You see Coach Joel Gragasin. That guy's a pretty good shooter too. And, you know, I'm sure a lot of the shooting stuff he shared already to his players, especially for Bolilan.
Adrian Calderon, in 4 games played, 17 points, 7.8 rebounds, 4 assists. And as we play more games, the things are now getting clear, especially yung mga stats, di ba? Mas nakikita mo na, okay, this is what he does on a regular basis. So for Bauan Cafe, that is for Cavite City, si Calderon, a main marked man for the Aces Solars. Take a look one more time. Medyo
See that action right there.
blocking foul. No? Hindi na wala namang anything.
That stop right there. I could have gone either way if you ask me. Well, I guess what made it a block was that he was actually moving in the direction of where Pagulayan was. And so that resulted in free throws. Good thing that Pagulayan is up on his feet.
Pwede rin maging offensive foul yun. No? Coach Ka was waiting. Sabi ko, wait lang. Kasi standing his ground, wasn't moving. The feet was set.
Well, vertically he was okay, but he was moving to his side. So I guess that's the reason for the call of the block.
And this is the first time I've seen the Montano Hall Gymnasium packed to the brim. Grabe talaga mag-support ang Cavite City. I heard from a previous partner that Cavite City is a basketball city.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I mean, if you're from the South, you know, places that are basketball crazy here is Muntinlupa and this place, Cavite City.
Yan. Cities natin na hindi maubusan ng support kahit anong oras pa yan. 1800 Division ito pinaparoon nyo live on Facebook, on YouTube, and Channel 98 on Signal. Another steal by Bauan. And once again, naku, tumama. Tanong bumagsak siya yung ulo ng one of the players, yung gusto ng ulo ng sa players ng Cavite City.
Alo got hit on the head.
And that's all accidental. It's just the momentum. There's no
Yeah.
intent there. Let's take a look here one more time.
There's this finish, tried to dish it off. Alao stayed the ground. Ooh.
Ulo niya yung, hindi niya na-control yung ulo niya. Yung recoil.
Yeah, because he stepped in though.
Ayun.
First of all, he's inside the no charge area.
Oh, he's alright.
And secondly, he was moving, and good thing that Alao's up.
18-year-old na conditioning talaga.
Yeah.
To have that kind of conditioning once again, na Coach Mike, I would do anything.
Yeah, very important yan, yung conditioning, especially as you know, the games have become really high octane. And it's evolved in a way that you no longer have to throw the ball inside the post. If you're a big man, you got to have guard skills too.
75 is our score here right now for Bauan. Cavite City with the... What's the call here? Bigla nagka-stoppage.
Yeah, Coach CJ Topacio's got a case there. He already handed the ball to the throw-in.
Dapat dire-diretso na ba yun, Coach Mike, kapag nabigay na yung bola, no?
They threw it in, and he signaled that game to be started, or the next possession to be started.
Calderon gives it to the left side. Almost losing control of the basketball. Recalibrates. Asks for the screen. Calderon. And then, yung two-man game nila, medyo hindi sila nag-connect doon.
Yeah, miscommunication there on that read. There was actually a switch, and no one took on the roller. The roller was not so sure if he was going to get that ball on that roll. Ergo, that turnover.
Good thing para sa Cavite City. Nakamiss na tira na dito yung Bauan Cafe. Missed. Goes back to them. 5 minutes and 50 remaining here inside Cavite City.
Yeah, I think it was Minto. Medyo half-hearted yung roll niya kanina. Oh, what a pass!
Ganda sana, no? You can see that's a literal bullet pass, Coach Mike.
Yeah. What a find there by Magkale. Magkale normally averages 9 points and 9 rebounds.
Pero may ano din yan, Coach. May konting 2.5 assists din. Not bad.
Yeah. And you see right there, the coaching staff of Bauan. As you see Coach Winnie Arboleda. Or if you talk about tough guards.
Yes, Winnie Arboleda.
Coach Winnie's got to be there in that discussion.
Kaya pa undefeated tong Bauan Cafe. Learning from the greats like Winnie Arboleda, right? Having him in your coaching staff.
Yeah, I mean, these guys are well prepared. The coaching staff, from Coach Henry Montemayor all the way to Coach Lance Inco and even Coach CJ Tapacio, make sure that their teams are ready and prepared when they get into games.
Let me give you guys first to Flo De La Ago for a report. Flo, go ahead.
Highlighting now the Cavite Aces Solar, their captain ball Adrian Calderon told me na maiging depensa ang tunay na nagpanalo sa kanilang team against Muntinlupa in that close fight. Kaya naman malaking tulong talaga ang kanilang crowd despite being undersized compared to Bauan. Nico and Coach Mike, sino bang hindi gaganahan with our crowd today? Isn't that right?
Yes, I completely agree there. And ganadong-ganado nga tayo. Even us here in the panel, we feel the hype, feel like it's the finals game, the playoffs, the drums just contributing to the environment here. And a pound-for-pound move, power move brought to you by Pound for Pound Fitness, official fitness partner of the Junior MPBL.
And we talked about the rebounds right there. Look at this offensive rebound by Minto and just putting in, making those second chance points. Right now, if you consider a miss as a turnover, that's actually 6 points. That's the first 2 points, rather, of a turnover by Cavite, while Bauan, rather, has got 6 points of the turnovers. I might say, when you guys said, si Flo said that, who would want to play in this kind of environment, it wasn't like this before in the first 3 games.
This is the first time I've seen it like this.
Yeah, it became like this when you started to do the broadcast.
Malas.
You and Flo.
Sabi na kapupunta. Sabi ko, pagpasok ko, sabi ko, punong-puno ah.
And don't tell Jaime I told you, ha?
And I came for you, Coach Mike. Sabi nila, okay, lunch is done.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
And what a way to kick off this game, right? Pagkatapos mo kumain, tawid ka lang. We can see the houses that are just in front of the Montano Hall Gymnasium. Magkale for 3. Just too strong. Scramble for the ball and a foul, and called an offensive foul para dito sa Aces Solar ng Cavite City.
Yeah, that was a foul called on, was that a Buena Fe, is it?
I think si Sanjeev daw ba? Si Minto? Well, either way, they have 3 team fouls. But luckily for Cavite City, yung Bauan Cafe have 5 already. So every foul that Bauan Cafe does, it's gonna be free throws for the home team. Or rather, they're the away team dito sa on paper. But technically, this is their home.
But one thing that I guess Bauan team's got to be very careful is not to be too dependent on what JD Pagulayan can do. They got to get involved with other guys.
I'm out on the floor. You guys are watching the Atlantis 8-8 Manny Pacquiao's Junior MPBL. Liga ng bawat batang Pilipino.
Nais kong pasalamatan ang ating Panginoon sa binigay niyang lakas na pangatawan natin at itong biyaya, pagkakataon na makapaglaro tayo ng basketball. Maraming
This is the Atlantis 8-8 Manny Pacquiao's Junior MPBL. Nico Roche here, Coach Mike Perez. And third member of our panel, Flo De La Agua, with a report a while ago. And again, a power move brought to you by Pound for Pound Fitness, official fitness partner of the Junior MPBL.
Well, if you're going to have JD Pagulayan, the head of that press, this is what's going to happen. He's going to get that ball in the open floor. He's going to be challenged by the smaller players, and he's going to be finishing easier compared to the other players. And JD so far been carrying much of that load, especially in their last game. 34 points coming off that game to go with 3 rebounds and 2 steals. And like what I mentioned kanina, Nico, that you don't want to see Bauan be too dependent on JD Pagulayan.
Yeah, but ang maganda sa Bauan, they don't have to be reliant on JD Pagulayan because they have guys like Kelsey Baldoria who averages 8 and 9 for his points and rebounds. The layup there for Cavite City, trying to stop the bleeding kasi medyo lumalayo na eh.
A good off-foot shot there by Pagulayan.
59 is their score here in favor of Bauan Cafe Uno. Great press here by Cavite City, and yung press na yan was the one that forced Muntinlupa to commit 23 turnovers.
Right.
And score 23 points. And yeah, that's what they need to do here in this game.
And what Coach Joel is actually doing is every time you guys make a basket, I'm going to reward you. You got to go and press. And so they eat up so much time bringing the ball down the floor, and Bauan's got to be able to have a press break. And right now, while they do have that press at the back, they too got to take care of that defense in the front court.
Parang tumitigil yung defense after that front press no yung sa court. But here, nagkukulang sila sa side na to. 4 quick points para sa Bauan Cafe. Parang nabaliwala lang yung ginawa ng Cavite City just like that, in a snap of a finger.
Yeah, there you go. Which is exactly the point that we're trying to drive at, you know. You press at the back, you have to be able to recover and go back and set up your half-court defensive principles. As we see this drop inside, getting that defender to commit, and just easy finish right there.
Ganda ng feed na yun. But here we can take a look para sa Bauan Cafe naman. Some of the easy baskets that are not supposed to happen.
Yeah, and then, you know, the decision making is going to be a lot better in this bracket because after all, this is 18 and under. And you'd like to think that these guys are pretty much mature and compared to the younger divisions. I guess the closest bracket that would have this performance, almost closest, would be the 16 and under kasi medyo malayo yun pag kina-compare mo sa 14 and under. Medyo malayo siya. Right.
Ang laki ng pinaprioritize sa mga, kung ano yung pinaprioritize ng 18 under sa 14.
Right.
Adrian Calderon, one of the best all-around players I have watched and covered here in the Junior MPBL. I believe in this kid's talent. And hopefully that's enough to propel his team to the victory over Bauan Cafe today.
Yeah, and he's got a very strong body that allows him to, you know, navigate himself through contact and able to sustain any impact.
Foul committed there by Cavite City. That means Bauan Cafe to the line for two freebies.
Yeah, you see a lot of activity on Cavite City Aces Solar, but really they're not getting back correctly on the half-court defensive stop. Sure, they get the delay at the backcourt, but you got to work it up in the front court. Somebody's got to be in there, safekeeping that goal and protecting it from any attack from Bauan.
Checking here, the pre-game knows that we have for Cavite City, they failed to control the boards last time against Muntinlupa. They lost 56 to 40 rebounds, a 16 rebound advantage. But now, they have the rebounding advantage over Bauan Cafe, 7-2. But they're the ones who are down right now. It's maybe mainly because of the defensive effort. Sa rebounds, doon naman sila eh.
Right. And yung Cavite City was able to force them into 9 turnovers early. But then again, naka-recover na itong Bauan kasi they understood that, you know, okay, you press us from the back, but you don't really have anything set up in the half court. So that's where we attack. We just get past that first line of defense, and then we'll be okay.
Here comes Bauan again, wasting no time. The transition play was broken up by Cavite City. No foul called. It's just I just think it's a collision under the basket.
See this drive right here. Oh yeah, that got held up on that second action.
Pero wala, may natawag na rin kasing call eh. Can't, hindi pa pwede naman humabol sa ganun. We got 56 seconds remaining here. Montano Hall Gymnasium. And
Yeah, both teams actually shooting very well from the field.
62, we're in the 60+ percentage, Coach Mike.
Yeah, 5 out of 7 and 7 out of 10. It's pretty high at a 70% clip.
And it will continue to go up courtesy of a shot by Cavite City.
Yeah, especially if you've got shots that's totally unchallenged.
Calderon asking for it, fakes the 3, drives to his right. But Bauan Cafe, specifically TJ Tabuan, had other plans, preventing for a play to happen.
So far, it's only been Bauan who's made a three-point shot. They're 1 out of 3 from that area.
Well, kita mo sa Cavite, Coach Mike, hindi talaga nila hinahanap yung tres no? From their last game. Actually, last time they were 4 for 25, so maybe a change of strategy here?
Right, could be.
Mendoza doesn't use the screen.
Boy, and this zone is really holding up for Bauan.
So far, Coach Mike, kitang-kita natin. And Calderon getting bothered, but he got fouled there. And that's 3 free throws, a signal by referees. Great job by Cavite City.
Yeah, and you see that play. Boy, you have to be able to stay in front of the guy, and you just can't clip him from behind, lalo na as he takes a 3. But the presence of mind of Calderon, this guy is very matured as a player. He knows when that whistle goes, you got to take that shot, especially in one motion. But free throws have been a problem for him.
Agree there, Coach Mike. And last time for Cavite City, they were 18 for 31 in the free throw line. And Calderon, a bit frustrated with what's happening. Unable to make the first 2 shots. He still has 1 more after getting fouled from three-point country. Oh, may isa pa pala. Not sure kung may lane violation. All right, so it looks like one of the shots a while ago was a lane violation. So this should be the 3rd and final shot. 1 for 3 at the line for Calderon. Sayang, Coach Mike. Could have cut the lead down to 3 heading into the 2nd quarter. But unless Bauan converts in the last possession of the game. Let's see what they do.
Yeah, they pretty much still have time here to set up a half-court set.
Nice sidestep, a pass to the inside of the paint. Once more, DJ Tabuan. Last second, and that's no good. Bauan Cafe with a 7-point lead over the home city of Cavite City Aces Solar. 22-15 is their score. Take a look here, some of the highlights, or rather the Atlantis 88 move of the game. Ganda ng tira niya. That's an end one pa, di ba, Coach Mike?
Yeah, they actually started out like a house on fire, but everything just stabilized. Bauan able to weather the storm, and so we're at they're up 7, 22-15.
See you guys in the 2nd quarter.
Nais kong pasalamatan ang ating Panginoon sa binigay niyang lakas na pangatawan natin at itong biyaya, pagkakataon na makapaglaro tayo ng basketball. Maraming salamat.
You're watching the Atlantis 88 Manny Pacquiao's Junior MPBL Cavite City State Aces Solar down by 7 against the Bauan 18U, the undefeated team against a 2-2 squad.
Well, we talked about the firepower of Cavite City, but really this lead went to Bauan all because of defense. They were able to force Cavite City to turn turnovers, which they converted to 14 turnover points. So a lot of these opportunities really is for Cavite City to take better care of that ball. And every time that they take a shot, you know, we'll hope that it's an efficient shot for them.
Cavite City coach already having 10 turnovers to just the 4 of Bauan. Nako, never foul a jump shooter. Ganun, no?
Yeah, it was the momentum actually that, was that Calderon?
Yeah,
Who
it's on
got into
Calderon.
it, yeah. And it was really the momentum of Calderon that pushed him towards that 3-point attempt.
Just like that, they're down by 9 with 3 free throws coming up. For Bauan specifically, that is number 16, JD Pagulayan.
Yeah.
Incredible averages for JD. Yung maganda dito, 29 points, 4.5 rebounds, 2.5 assists in just 23 minutes.
Yep. And, you know, JD's been really the go-to guy of the Bauan team.
And the reason why coach na 23 minutes, some people are asking, oh, bakit best player nyo 23 minutes lang? Kasi tambakan po yung mga panalo nila.
Yeah.
Most of the 2 wins of Bauan Cafe is ranging from 18 to 25. Yun yung panalo nila whenever they end the game. So hopefully it changes things here for the Cavite City Aces Solar by their 6-man squad, the crowd, to support them and cheer them on.
Yeah, and these free throws actually show you the clear difference between Calderon and JD Pagulayan. And, you know, Calderon's very forceful, but he doesn't have the free throw touch of JD. And so, you know, you're strong, you got to get in, but once you get fouled, you got to make those free throws.
Pagulayan, dangerous as ever. Another steal by Bauan Cafe. Everything going their way. The crowd is silent. But the drums trying to keep the heartbeat alive. Ang ganda ng pasahan dito ng Bauan Cafe to the paint, the lefty layup, and the bump. Number 28, that is Nathan Cabase. First time to play in the Junior MPBL.
Yeah, and what a welcome for Cabase.
Hostile environment agad no? First game as a Junior MPBL.
That's right. Well, now there's a 14-point lead for Bauan playing in the home court of Cavite. And Cavite's got to be able to punch back and show that they got, you know, enough to come back in this game.
If you're Bauan, the best thing you can do in a hostile environment is keep the crowd out of it.
Right.
Keep them quiet.
Right.
Keep them out of any engagements. And if they continue to hit these shots, that's half of the game already. Joaquin, a wild drive. Buti na lang, he was able to keep it up in the air, avoiding getting blocked. He heads to the line for 2.
Well, that's precisely what you do. You out in the open floor, you gotta go out there and attack. But I'd like to see for smaller guys like Joaquin to have, you know, pull-ups and jump stops, because not every time that defense is gonna close out on you. There's gonna be a lot of times that the big guys are gonna challenge you to take that shot from the outside.
And Coach Aaron Joaquin only played an average of 5 minutes per game. You see here that Cavite City is trying to search for answers. Right? Sino ba magiging magic bullet? Who could be the player that can put us out of this hole? So it's Bulilan. I don't know what happened here. Is there a technical foul first? Because Joaquin...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, there is a technical foul.
I think there was a technical call.
Yeah. Bulilan makes the first free throw. Now it's Aaron Joaquin who got fouled a while ago as he drove to the lane at the right side.
Oh, man.
Medyo nanlalamig. It's the rain.
Yeah, and you know, you playing at home court, that puts a lot of pressure on you. Maybe that's what Joaquin felt.
No? Ironic rin na sometimes if you're the home team, you want to put on a show, you don't want to put the crowd down. And naman overcompensated for the weak shot. Di ba minsan ganun? Kailangan mo lakasan. But anyway, here we resume action. A block for Cavite City. They're running. It's Joaquin leading the break, but a steal by the black shirts. Well read pass.
Gotta get it past the first line of defense here.
That's 9 steals already for Bauan Cafe. The spin move. No good. 2 black shirts fighting over the ball. And thankfully for Cavite City, it's a turnover.
Well, by the look of things, I think Cavite City doesn't have a rim protector. At least that's what we're seeing. They don't have a big guy that can actually, patrol the shaded area and prevent anyone from easily scoring out there. The rebounds have been there in favor of Bauan.
Parang by committee sila, no, Coach Mike? Kasi wala talagang main big man. Like in some teams that we see now, you can rely on one guy sila. Dapat tatlo nandun, dalawa-dalawa. But ayun, we see it in plays like that. Kian Carlo Donca, huge guy para sa Bauan Cafe, converting with not much contest. A good thing for Cavite City knowing that the transition break is their friend when it comes to scoring the points. But if you're the yellow shirts, you can't keep up trading baskets. You have to get some key stops.
Yeah, and the thing is, you have to be able to come back on defense. That time around, mintis yung tira na yon, but nobody out there challenging that shot. Another made 3 here by Magale. So if this is how they come back in this game, then they gotta be very efficient from the field.
Wintrell Magale lights up the crowd with a 3, the first 3-pointer for Cavite City. They get another stop. And Joaquin says, let's take our time and recalibrate. Meneses thinking about it. Pulls up for 3. 2 straight 3-pointers for Cavite City. What was a 18-point lead has been cut. Sorry, that's ano ba lead yun? That was 6. Naroon ako sa marko dito ah.
Right.
13-point lead. What was a 13-point lead? Now down to 7.
And those long bombs just keep on flowing here for Aces Solar. But then again, it really goes back to the point you got to have a rim protector inside. And so if those shots would miss from the outside, that's going to be automatic run on the open floor para dito sa Bauan, because chances are those are going to be long rebounds. And so they have to be able to make them.
You can't blame Magale for taking that 3. He is on fire actually.
There you go. This is exactly what we were saying.
Sa transition defense ng Cavite City.
Yeah, there are a little bit miscommunication on the defensive side of the floor, especially as that ball gets past the first line of defense.
Flo de la Agua has something for us. Flo, go ahead.
Focusing now on the Bauan Cafe Uno team, Captain Ball RD Dolor mentioned that their rank 1 status comes from their rock-solid chemistry and stable trust with each other dahil Nico and Coach Mike, alam nyo ba, and a small fun fact for our viewers, this Bauan Cafe Uno team is actually composed of De La Salle Zobel and Perpetual Altas players kaya hindi na bago ang competitive and systematic basketball para sa koponan. Your thoughts on this, Nico and Coach Mike?
Thank you so much for that, Flo. And paano yun, Coach Mike, no? De La Salle Zobel and Perpetual, how do you make those practices? Gawin natin sa Perpetual, dito naman sa De La Salle next time. And just can't imagine how you organize these things. You gotta credit the coaching staff for building a team like this. Ang dami nangyayari behind the scenes.
Yeah, just a matter of scheduling. I'm sure these guys, their priority would be Perpetual and De La Salle Zobel. But then again, I'd like to think that the coaches, some of them also coming from Perpetual and De La Salle Zobel, and so the system that they use are pretty much close to what those schools are using. And so if you have that much depth and experience on the bench of Bauan, coaches and players included, and Aces Solar's got to be able to combat that and be very methodical. As we see here, another press, they're pushing the players on the side, trying to pin them on the baseline. And, once you give up that rock, you always have 2 players on you, and so you got to be able to decide quickly. First thing you don't want to do is to get into that trap.
Ito mo yung Coach Mike, si Calderon was double-teamed immediately. They switch it up. They see that the offense starts and ends with him.
Yeah.
Let's make it uncomfortable the moment he gets the ball.
That's right. And so, in the triangle offense, and I always allude to that because that's one of the offenses that I really loved even from way back. When you're the offensive player, you don't get within 3 feet from your defender. once you get within 3 feet, you have to give up that ball. And so that as you approach him, you're okay. But once you get within 3 feet, that's what we call a moment of truth. Are you going to attack or are you going to pass? High probability that's going to be a pass because you don't want to get in deeper because that press is going to come. And so it's very seldom do you see triangle offense schools getting pressed really hard. It's really more of the fast-paced games that's beating, to my understanding, the triangle offense.
And so far, the fast break is beating that offense. But Cavite City, sayang, just losing the ball as he was going up in the air. Tough break.
Yeah, well, decision making.
Yeah.
You know, you got a defender sagging off you. You're driving down low. He's not committed to you. You got to stop and pull up.
Look at Bauan Cafe just easily breaking that press. That was what? 3 passes.
Minto was there, didn't challenge. Got past the half-court line unchallenged. Why? Because they don't have enough defenders in the front court. And, you know, not much rim protection.
Yung karamihan, coach, nandun pa rin, pababa pa lang eh.
But the good thing is, you know, at least this is only just the second quarter and you're only down 14. So
Walang-wala eh.
wala pang ano yan. It's really the second half where things start to matter. As we saw earlier in the 2 games that we've had. Close game the first half, then, you know, everything just saw the separation in the third and the fourth quarter.
Yung last game ng San Pedro and Davao Red Cubs, they were close heading into the fourth, right?
Right.
And when I looked at the scoreboard,
Yeah.
ano to, bakit naging 31 to 55? It
Yeah.
just ballooned so
Yeah.
quickly.
That was the biggest output of Davao right there, 28 points. Previously, they were only scoring, 14 points per quarter, almost doubling in that fourth quarter. Ergo, that much separation between those 2 teams.
I thought like, kala ko anong nakita ko yung score, Coach Mike, kala ko typo. So, okay, baka inaayos. So talagang, tinanong ko yung mga kasama ko dun sa taas, sabi ko, ganun ba talaga yung score? 31-55? Oo, sir. Sabi nila. Sabi ko, wow, how fast things can change in a basketball game in a matter of 3 to 4 minutes. And another steal for Bauan Cafe with the ball just going to their hands. Not much effort from their end there, but just being at the right place at the right time.
Yeah, and basically that's how it's been. They tried to set up a middle ball screen, that roller rolls, that pass, and that roller wasn't timed perfectly. And so a little bit of miscommunication. People have got to stay attached and connected to the system and their philosophies on how they treat that middle pick and roll.
Calderon's at the baseline once more. Bulilan to Magkale. Cavite City trying to find answers from the 3-point line, but yet a familiar outcome we've been seeing in the first half. A steal by Bauan Cafe and an easy transition break. And they now have 11 fast break points and also 11 steals to complement that.
Yeah, and ang laki ng separation dito right now. They're able to force them to a +7 turnovers now after that initial report that we had earlier, and they are a +10 in points of turnover. And that really shows you if you got a team that forces turnovers and turns them into points by dishing out more assists than you, then you're in a lot of trouble.
Coach, and we see here that for the points from turnovers, Bauan with 18, only 8 for Cavite City.
Yeah, and you see the percentage, 68% from the field. Itong Bauan, 15 out of 22 from 2. Their only downside will be the 3-pointers. They're 1 out of 6. Even the free throws are above 70%. And so that only goes to show you that, you know, on assist side, the number of assists that they gain is actually because they were least defended. And so, but somebody's got to lower down that assists by making good stops.
Finally, nakascore dito ang Cavite City, stopping the bleeding just for now. But they have a lot of ground to cover.
Right.
15 points.
Right, that's very much spot on.
And Bauan Cafe, kasi we already know what they can do. When I have covered their games, they don't lose leads. But you'll never know about bilog ang bola, as they say.
Yeah.
Anything can happen.
And you see right there, Coach Joel Gragasin just really trying to figure things out. I'm sure that basketball mind of Coach Joel is working right now, and you know he just can't wait to get to that halftime break and
sure.
you know to share his strategies or tactics from the second half.
The board by Bora. Aris Kane averages 4.5 a game. Ganda ng
Ooh, what
pasa
a
na yun.
pass.
And that was, iba talaga, that was IC Kalangan, one of the players that we should watch out for pagdating sa Bauan Cafe. Averages 16.5 and 6 assists. And another one for IC. The chemistry between these players is immaculate. You're gonna love watching them.
Right, and that's 2 more turnovers on top of the, 18 that we reported earlier, or 17 that we reported earlier. Now it's 19 turnovers, resulting to 21 turnover points. That's just been the story so far.
Cavite City had no choice but to call a timeout.
Magandang umaga po sa inyong lahat. Maraming salamat po sa Panginoon sa magandang araw na ito.
Back here inside Montano Hall Gymnasium in Cavite City, Nico Rocha here, Coach Mike Perez to my left, and our courtside reporter Flo de la Agua. With you guys, still the last game of the afternoon slate. But if you're supporting Cavite City, you gotta pray a little harder. They're down by 19 against Bauan Cafe, who are the undefeated team heading into this game.
Like a factor of Agao going to the bench early too. Could be one reason too.
Coach, ito yung sinasabi mo nga, no, for Cavite City, nagmamadali talaga sila. Not much set plays. It's more of, okay, kahit may 3 defenders, kailangan mo madali. And sometimes that comes with sometimes the urgency. Medyo nagpapanik na, we gotta catch up.
Yeah, and you can't wipe it at all in one go. Right now, we're closing the quarter, about 4-second differential here.
IC with the IC pass. Here comes Cavite City.
Oh, wow.
It's another unforced turnover. And that is not how you want to end the first half. Anyway, it's 46-27. Bauan Cafe Uno commanding 9-point lead to just 27 of Cavite City Aces Solar. Check here, the Atlantis 8-8 move of the game before we head into the halftime break. Pass by IC Kalangan. Smooth as ice. Bagay na bagay talaga for him. And with that, that's the halftime score, 46-27. See you guys in the halftime break.
This is the Atlantis 88 Manny Pacquiao's Junior MPBL inaugural season, and you are witnessing the heat between Cavite City and Bauan, Batangas. For our halftime interview, we will discover why these teams joined Junior MPBL in the first place. So I have here with me Assistant Coach Ralph Horario of Cavite and Coach Winnie Arboleda of Bauan, Batangas. Unahin ko na po kayo, Coach Ralph. Given your, by the looks of it, support of your kababayans from Cavite and from your social media, grabe din po ang support ng inyong LGU. So matanong ko lang po, aside from winning this league, of course, what is your message po or goal for Cavite City coming into this league?
Ayun, syempre walang hanggang pasasalamat sa fans ng Cavite City, sa supporters namin. Though, ang laki ng lamang sa amin, pero andyan pa rin sila nakasupport sa amin. Walang hanggang pasasalamat sa inyo mga kababayan. Gagawin pa rin namin yung best namin, nahabol kami sa game na to. Pipilitin namin manalo para sa inyo. Yun.
Maraming salamat, Coach Ralph. At dahil bumati na rin po kayo, baka may gusto po kayong pasalamatan or batiin from our viewers.
Ayun, take ko lang yung opportunity na to para pasalamatan yung mga sponsors namin. Aces Solar, Alpha Sports, Daily Essentials, Udals, and syempre kay Mayor Denver Chua. Salamat po.
Maraming salamat, Coach Ralph. At kayo naman po, Coach Winnie, mababasa po sa jersey ng inyong players, merong sikat na hashtag Batang Angas. So matanong ko lang po, bukod sa manalo sa Junior MPBL, anong importansya po ng pagsali ninyo dito sa Liga para sa mga kababayan nyo back in Batangas?
Siyempre, yung kanilang mga skills, ni-improve namin. And siyempre, yung pagtulong namin doon sa mga bata, paano namin ma-improve pa yung mga kanilang mga paglalaro ng basketball.
Maraming salamat, Coach Winnie. Baka naman po may gusto kayong pasalamatan or batiin.
Siyempre, papasalamatan ko yung aming sponsor. JY, Bodega Avenue, Kronos, Yuans, Ups, Scissors, and ICIT. And siyempre, ang aming mahal na Mayor, Ryan Dolor, ang kanyang pamilya. At ang aming hands-on na President, si Boss Odi Rivera at ang kanyang may bahay. At binabati ko yung aking boss, mabait na matutulungin na si General Major General Estomo at ang kanyang may bahay, Dr. Lorena Estomo. Ma'am, happy birthday po.
Maraming salamat, Coach Winnie and Coach Ralph. And that is the excellence we are grateful to have here in Junior MPBL. Kaya naman patuloy kayong tumutok para sa second half after this short break.
Lahat ng mga participants at mga...
Good afternoon, Montano Hall. Narinig po ba ako? Yes, hello? Alright, so kung narinig niyo po ako, kaway-kaway naman po kayo dyan. Yes, from this side. At nandiyan sa taas, kaway-kaway naman po. Ayan, maraming salamat. So for our halftime game, syempre, dito sa Junior MPBL, hindi lang po players ang merong spotlight, pati kayong mga audiences. Maraming salamat. Alright, so for our half-court shooting game, ang una po na makaka-shoot from the half-court ay mananalo ng walang iba, kundi brand new smartphone from Junior MPBL. Ayan. Alright, so para sa ating 10 players, pag narinig niyo po yung pangalan niyo, kaway lang din po kayo sa akin, alright? Para malaman ko po na nandyan na po kayo. So, sino po si Daniel? Ayan. Sino si Carl? Carl, kayo po si Carl. Robert? Joshua? Niel? Adrian? Kayo po si Adrian? Ayan. Sean? Gio? John Rems? And John. Okay, last but not the least. Alright, are we ready? Are you guys ready? Ready na po? Ready na po ba ang ating audience, ma-witness? Ayan, thank you so much. Sige, sige Daniel, let's start na. Oh, that was too far. All right, next we have Carl. Go ahead. Malapit-lapit na, okay? How about Robert? Mas malapit na. Si Joshua na kaya ang makakauna? Almost there, all right. Niel, go ahead. Oh, all right. Adrian, bawian mo si Niel. Okay, we are down to our 5 players. Sean, go ahead. Almost there. Gio, how about you? Okay, last 2 players. John Rems, baka ikaw na yan? And for the last chance for a brand new smartphone, go ahead, John. Oh! Maraming salamat sa ating mga players na nag-participate at syempre sa ating audience magbibigay suporta. Patuloy lang po tayo na tumutok para sa second half at magbabalik po ang Junior MPBL.
maraming magkakaroon ng opportunity.
This is the Atlantis 88 Manny Pacquiao Jr. MPBL. Let's take a look here at the first half highlights.
Well, it really was open floor basketball. Aces Solar started out really strong, made some highlight plays. Aga went down, and things really just turned differently para dito sa Cavite City Aces Solar. And Bauan was able to take advantage of the absence of a rim protector and getting past that first line of defense and just scoring at will in the open floor. Matter of fact, 21 turnovers forced, and we were talking about this at the end of the half, that the 21 turnovers that they forced really resulted in 23 points, and that's a plus 15 differential on points advantage to Bauan Cafe Uno.
That's a big difference, right? And a lot of turnovers committed just in the first half. Usually, one team will commit 21 to 25 turnovers a game, but for them, for Cavite City, it's 21 in the first half alone, something that they need to fix here in the second half. Hopefully, napag-usapan nila yun kanina.
Well, look at that defense there by Bauan. They denied that lane side attack for Calderon, invited him to drive middle, only to have a secondary defender waiting for him.
It's like baiting a fish to go to the hook. And a foul right there for Bauan. Sorry, that's not by Bauan. It's a foul on Cavite City.
Yeah, right there, open floor once again. Little steady play, didn't see anyone in front of him, and best thing to do is really attack that. If you don't have a defender in front of you, top of mind, you have to be able to attack it.
IC Kalangan averages 16.5 points a game with 4 rebounds and 6 assists in 28 minutes. But so far in the first half, he has chosen to facilitate, spoiling us with some great passes in the first half.
Exactly. And, him doing that is just giving opportunities for other players in Bauan because they need other players to be stepping up.
Finally, si Calderon, the easiest basket for him.
Well, the only reason that they got that rebound because nobody boxed out on Calderon.
Wala, nobody was there.
This is what I was talking about earlier.
Sinasabi mo, Coach Mike, yung adjustments na sinasabi mo, but yan pa rin, Bauan Cafe Uno is ready for any adjustments that Cavite City will throw at them.
Right.
That's why they're undefeated. Too strong of a pass there para sa ating home team.
But definitely si Coach Joel Gragasin has enough of firepower in his players. They just got to be able to sync. This one's a much better defensive coverage on the back door, on the back court rather, and it results in a turnover. Now you got to bring it back up court and to be able to score.
Calderon to the right side. Down by 20 itong Cavite City. Fadeaway jump shot hitting the side of the board. Swarming defense of Bauan. Something we've been seeing the entirety of this game, and the onslaught continues for Cafe Uno.
And which is exactly what the numbers tell you. They force a turnover, they turn it into assist, and that assist becomes turnover points.
Grabe nga to, Coach. 15 steals, 26 points from turnovers. Almost converting in every possession that they can get off the turnovers that they've been doing to Cavite City.
Yeah, and one thing you can't do if you're Cavite Aces Solar is to be settling for those threes. You have to be able to attack the defense so that you get all those rim protectors of Bauan into foul trouble.
And yung 3-point percentage nga ng Cavite City, 2 for 7, good for 28%. But it's not really helping them out right now. They need to think of ways to cut this down, to cut this score down.
Look at that offensive set though. Very simple. Didn't make that shot, but still they have that execution. Good pass.
Yan, yun na yung fast break na execution na hinahanap natin. Magkali to Bulilan connection.
Yeah, Magkali so far I feel's been that one guy that's made a difference para dito sa Aces Solar. He's made things happen. That time around, he waited for that defense to bite in before he handed it over to Bulilan. And now he's working from the backcourt.
3 minutes has passed here in the third quarter. Live inside.
That's an 8-second violation.
They didn't realize. I think yung oras, no, Coach?
Yeah. And again, it's because Magkali was there and he's very active.
Here we see the first assist of Quintrell Magcale. Here comes Cavite City. Got a stop earlier. Bulilan attacking the defense of Bauan, but they were ready for that. The long limbs getting that block.
Oh,
That is
wow.
number 10. Si, of course, Aris Kane Bora.
The 2 straight blocks right there.
Take a look here one more time. They really invited him to go inside
Yeah.
because they trust Borja to get that block. Again, another block for Bora. I think that's his
Yeah.
third block in this game.
Yeah, that's what we were mentioning earlier, rim protection. Bauan has it. Sadly, Ace Solars
Is that a traveling and tawagan na
not
traveling?
finding anyone to protect that rim. That traveling violation they're called.
Cavite City, coach, I feel like they're one big man away from making this competitive. But
Yeah, they need a rim protection. I think that's what it is. Apart from these wings of Bauan are really very athletic, so to speak.
not only is Bora getting the blocks, also their guards in IC Kalangan getting that stop a while ago and throwing the ball
Right.
in a Cavite City player. That's why they get the possession here.
A good decision here. See, that's the major difference. They're not dribbling into the trap. Once they see that trap, they pull back and find other ways to release that pressure.
Speaks about the quality of play that Bauan
Wow.
Cafe is doing. Ganda sana ng karton. Medyo nagtamaan lang ata sila magkakampi, no?
Yep.
Here they come. Bulilan. An open. Calderon for 3. Too strong. It ended in the hands of Cavite City once more. No good. And the black shirts will take their time in this offensive possession. But nope. I think that was just a... oh, well, Bora converting for a lefty layup.
Talk about misdirection.
Misdirection
Yeah.
nga yun.
Really just lulled you to sleep. And when you thought they were walking it up, it just ran on you.
Pati nga tayo na misdirect. Sabi ko, oh, mapagalan na ito. Biglang, op! May nag-leak out na pala. Another foul for Cavite City. 22-point lead para sa Bauan. They have dominated every quarter that they have played in right now.
This is actually a very low-scoring quarter. There's only been, what, 9 points or 11 points scored so far between these two teams. 4 and 7. 7 from Bauan, 4 for Cavite.
But Aris Kane Borja feasting though, getting 6 straight points.
There you
Courtesy
go.
of his drives. His guards finding him. Finally, nakatres na rin dito
There
ang
you go.
Cavite City, but it's not enough. Still a lot more ground to cover.
Yeah, but the good thing is they were able to do that correctly. They settled. They didn't go to the trap, waited for that open spot, and found a guy that's really open.
Tawagan ba ng ano nangyari doon? Was that a traveling? Was that a out of bounds?
That ball got tipped.
Oh, okay. Tingnan natin dito yung tres kanina. Bulilan.
Yeah, and Bulilan's got that good shot from the outside too. And so you have to be able to set him up to go to those open spots on the floor and make him do what he does, which is making bombs from outside explode.
Jelris Bulilan, the leading scorer right now for Cavite City. Magcale. Oop. Ano lang naman.
Yep.
Laban lang naman para sa bola. Nothing too fishy right there. But possession out of points towards to Bauan Cafe to their favor. 21-point lead para sa Cafe Uno.
See, they're pressing right now, but you know they're just, I guess, overplaying their man.
And that's why things are happening for Bauan Cafe to their favor. Another one for Borja. Coach, I think that's 8 straight points for him in this quarter, outscoring Cavite on his own, 8-7.
This is clearly not how we anticipated this game would
Yeah.
be. We expected high-octane exchange between these two teams. But right now, it's been all Bauan.
Actually, Coach, may high-octane offense, but it's just that napipigil lang sila eh. But you
Right.
can see yung intention to increase the pace. But it's just Bauan Cafe just converting majority of their shots. 59% now after that shot to just 36% of Cavite. That's not gonna sustain.
Right. Totally agree.
59-34. Complete domination so far by Bauan Cafe. We'll see you guys after this. This is Atlantis 88, Manny Pacquiao's Junior MPBL. Our commissioner, Keith Picasso. Hard at work as always, present in every game.
And seated, flanked by one of the X6 also is J.R. Navarro and Coach John De Los Santos, the head for basketball operations.
Hardworking.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yan ang ma-assure natin sa lahat ng mga followers natin ng Junior MPBL.
Yeah.
These three have always been here when it comes game time.
Let's give this first to Flo de la Agua for a report. Flo, go ahead.
Brief updates for our second half. This undefeated Bauan team is indeed playing very well despite being in Cavite's home court. Pero hindi pwedeng makampante ang team na ito dahil mas mataas pa rin ang 3-point percentage ng Cavite City, and this could be a silent killer for this game. On the other hand, during their halftime break, inatasan ni head coach Joel Gragasin ng Cavite ang kanyang players na ibalik ang ginagawa nila nitong mga nakaraang 4 na laro dahil ikanya ibang-iba ang body language ng kanyang player for today's game. But now that it is the second half, ay panibagong simula ito para sa kanyang koponan. Back to you, Nico and Coach Mike.
Thanks as always, Flo, for that wonderful report. And something that stuck with me there is, which is ironic, Coach Mike, their body language not matching the intensity.
Yeah, I think, it started really when that lead started ballooning. And nag-iba talaga yung body language ng mga players ng Cavite because they too got frustrated not being able to stop the offensive thrusts of Bauan.
Muhammad Gunting slicing through the defense for another 2 points for Bauan Cafe. And it keeps on going, an avalanche.
And then Coach Joel Gargasin really could just shake his head, could not believe this is how this game turned out.
25-point lead. Almost doubling the, well, malayo pa naman, but that's how big the lead is. It's kind of daunting with that, to face a lead like that heading into the fourth.
Yeah, and knowing si Coach Joel Gragasin, he's a competitor himself, so he doesn't like getting beat, especially getting beat this way.
In their home floor.
Yeah, very passionate for the game. Ito si Coach Joel Gragasin is actually before a champion player when he played for De Las Piñas College alongside one of the known coaches here down south, si Coach Don Mordeno. Don Mordeno would be the point guard and Joel Gragasin would be that shooter.
Yes, Coach Joel has that shooter in him. It looks like it.
Oh, yeah.
Ready for that set shot. Pag iniwan mo, pasok agad.
Yeah, I mean, if you're talking about a shooter that's knocked down, even challenge, he's that guy.
Oh, yun yung role niya dati for Las Piñas. Nuggets of information I'm just finding out right now. 39 seconds remaining here. Unable to convert is Cavite City. Bauan gives it to Dolor, the team captain for Cafe Uno. And that is a moving screen called by a referee.
Yeah, you can't do that. You have to be able to give that screener enough space. At least one step.
Ayan, halos sabay sila gumalaw eh.
Yeah. If the rule is if that screener is moving, you have to at least give him one step before he hits you. Because if you don't, then that's going to be an offensive foul.
And for that one, usually it's on the ball handler, right? Ikaw yung nagko-control niyan, how things are gonna be.
That's right. And so if you're the ball handler, good shot right there.
And Quintrell Magcale, his second three of this game, 6 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists now. Cutting the lead to 20. Mas manageable compared sa nakita natin kanina na 25.
Right.
That's the end of the third quarter. Bauan Cafe Uno, same story. That was what we have been telling to you guys at home. 61-41, 20-point lead over Cavite City. Aces Solar. Take a look here. That Nandes 88 move of the game.
Yeah, and able to split that defense right there.
Yan yung 2 of the 8 points, the 8-0 run from Bauan Cafe Uno. 61-41. See you guys in the fourth and final frame. Welcome to our mayor, Denver Chua, and Mr. John Yap here inside the Montano Hall Gymnasium. Mayor, thank you for being here inside the the hall that you helped build.
Yeah.
And si Mayor nandito to watch and hopefully provide some much-needed fire para sa ating Cavite City Aces Solar. Once again, thank you to Mayor for being here.
Oh yeah, they're gonna need that inspiration from Mayor, and hopefully, things start heating up
Yeah.
on the shooting of Aces Solar.
Buti nakatres sila kanina, no, Coach?
Yeah.
It helped a little bit alleviate.
Yeah. And tama ka dun, well, the report of Flo was actually on point that Cavite was actually shooting better from the three-point area. But, it's only because there's no need for Bauan to be shooting threes. It's out in the open. That they're just claiming it.
Yeah, so far sa Cavite, they are 4 for 15, Coach. But even though na medyo mababa yung percentage, that's still more three-pointers made than what Bauan has done. But Bauan, by design, doesn't shoot a lot of threes, but they dominate inside the paint. Just like what we have seen. From points inside the paint, Bauan has 46 to just the 20 of Cavite City. At ayun na, konti-konti. Calderon cuts the lead to 18. A lot of time left here in the fourth quarter. Hindi siya running time like first to third quarter, guys. The fourth quarter, pagdating sa junior MPBL, may stoppage. A drive to the right. Trying to counter the two with the three. Bauan Cafe, no good. Rebounded by Calderon. Cavite City trying to build momentum here in the fourth quarter. Adrian to the top of the key. Agaw trying to attack. What to do here? Try to attempt a three. Considering that there's a zone defense, they were inviting him to shoot that shot. Here comes Bauan, as tactical as ever. Surgically. Oh! Missing that gimme. Calderon. The bump. He gets his own miss one more time for Calderon. Hindi pa rin. And that should go back to Cavite City. Great effort from their end. And Coach Adrian Calderon, 7.6 rebounds only, far from his averages of 17, 8, and 4.
Well, that's how much the defense has really impacted itong star player ng Cavite City, Calderon. There's just been a guy always in front of him every time he tries to attack.
Look at the effort here para sa Cavite City. That's what they need. Slowly, they are cutting this lead down. This time by Isaiah Agaw with the offensive board and the putback. The lead is back to 16.
Mukhang si Mayor lang ang kailangan nila.
Oo nga, parang gano'n nga. Parang si Mayor nga lang.
Sabi siguro ni Coach Joel, dito si Mayor. You guys have to straighten things out.
Mayor, tabi ka sa bench namin. Agaw pulls back for three. Hits the front rim.
That would have brought the house down if that went in.
For sure, Meneses doing his best. But Bauan Cafe restoring order back to an 18-point lead.
Yep, and all those fakes really just forced the defense of Meneses to bite in.
Calderon just battling his way through the basket. Not much contest from the guys in black.
Calderon is now 3 out of 13 from the field. He is 0 out of 5 from 3 and really just shows you the struggle. And you were mentioning about him having below averages.
Malayo,
and, malayo talaga. That's really the reason why. And you see there Coach Joel Gargasin really hoping that something comes up. And those shots from the outside. Matter of fact, kung pwede lang siya mag-jersey, magsuot na, tumira ng mga three-pointer specialty niya, I'm sure he would have done that already.
For sure. I agree there. And tawagan na naman ng foul dito in Cavite City. That is their second. With 7 minutes and 18 remaining here in the fourth quarter of the 1800 division.
Yeah, kaya right now, itong Cavite is at a position that they have to defend without fouling. Because fouling would just land them in penalty. And right now, they already have 2 team fouls as opposed to nothing. Para sa Bauan, that's the third one right there.
Back to back. So with what? 3 seconds in between? Yung gap lang ng second to third foul.
Well, yeah, it's because Agao's been defending with his hands, not with his legs. Okay, coaches would tell you you have to move your legs, stay in front, and don't be impeding players and getting advantages by pushing them and sticking your hand out.
Look at Magkalit trying to attempt a dunk, buti pumasok. Coach, I think if he missed that one, there will be a timeout called by Cavite City.
Yeah, but he's really trying to fire up this crowd and his team.
And they are alive.
There's 14-point run here, a 14-point deficit.
Slowly, the crowd is coming back into it. Timeout on the floor.
Nais kong pasalamatan ang ating Panginoon sa binigay.
Welcome back, everybody. This is Nico Rocha with Coach Mike Perez and Flo de la Agua as your courtside reporter for today's afternoon games. And Cavite City, on what was once a 20-point lead, has been cut down to 14 with 6 minutes and 55, a lot of time remaining. And the momentum is on their side as of now. And yun, another stop for them. Great job to contest that shot, or at least being in the right place. Good closeout, rather.
Yeah, good defense to force that other pivot foot to be lifted, and so that caused for a traveling. And so now, very important that you come out producing here.
A crucial three here by Calderon. Too strong. Here comes Bauan Cafe.
Gotta stay in front. Good defense. Gotta push it now.
Somebody was right there. Ready to get the ball, and a turnover by Meneses. Unable to control the rock.
Yeah, they had the right thing in mind to try to push it, but I felt that they rushed it. And so, you had to be able to stay in control.
And Bauan was ready for that. Kita mo na they were expecting that the ball will be thrown to the baseline. Ganda ng close at the defender.
Yeah.
Nailang tuloy si Meneses.
Right.
Oh.
These two guys have been going at it since earlier on.
Tawagan ang sportsman-like foul.
Yes, and sportsman-like here.
That is Nathan Cabase's first game in the junior MPBL. Coach, did you see clearly what happened?
Well, prior to the inbound, as they were jostling, Calderon's been working him up and trying to cage him, but Calderon really just sold that.
Yan ang ano, it's I mean, you have to sell the call sometimes, even though na may konting ano.
Yeah.
They took advantage of the arm moving in ways that's not natural in basketball.
Yeah, there's verticality to it. Both the players had their hands up, but Cabase just put it down and threw a little elbow towards the body of Calderon. So I feel that was a good call.
On your screens, ladies and gentlemen, is Adrian Calderon with 9 points, 10 rebounds, 3 assists. His rebounds have picked up the slack. Points na lang.
I love our camera shots this way, wherein you have the subject really very clear and your foregrounds just blurred out.
Ganda talaga ng production team natin dito. Like the quality of coverage that we bring to you guys on Facebook, YouTube, and Channel 98 and Signal. And the Achilles heel of Calderon, Coach Mike, still continues to haunt him, which are free throws. Di pa rin 0 for 2. And if we take a look at his free throws here for Calderon, he is in a miserable 3 of 9, just 33%. What could have been, right? That 6-point swing. What could have, how he could have changed the outcome.
Right, and his missed free throws, we were talking about it earlier, that eventually is going to have an impact. This game could have been closer in the first quarter had he made those free throws.
Yeah.
I think he missed, what, 7?
7 na, Coach.
Yeah, 7, yeah.
Drive by Pagulayan. And it's really hard to stop a freight train like JD Pagulayan, who loves to attack the paint.
Yeah, one, it's difficult to be stopping him if you're overplaying him because the guy's got handles. He can move right and left. He can finish going right. He can finish going left. He's got the body to finish right through contact. And so what you want to do is really to challenge him. You sag off of him and you challenge him to take that shot from the outside.
Yeah, isa ano ba? Picture niya ata yan eh. Naka-pink yung nasa graduation photo. Siya yan eh.
Happy graduation!
Happy graduation. I have a lot of friends who are graduating from, doesn't matter kung law school, med school, or graduating from yung mga bachelor's degree.
Right.
Congratulations to everyone. It is that season once again.
Yep, definitely. Oh, thankfully he didn't get a technical there. Just,
Ayun na nga, coach. A technical
saying
foul.
that already, and you know, Coach CJ Tapashe. One thing, if you're the Bauan coaching staff, one thing you don't want to happen is to get this crowd riled up.
And the coach is really red right now. It's really mad at what's happening. Let's see what happened here. Calderon. It's very clear rin naman, coach.
Yeah, because prior to that one, as you see that bump right there by, what's that, JD? Yeah, that JD Pagula. And prior to that, he actually swung his elbow towards Calderon.
Okay.
And that didn't hit. That's why I was saying he's lucky he didn't get that technical. But that second one, yun na, nakita na talaga siya.
Oh, now the crowd is involved. They're down by 16, but this could be what they need, right?
Yeah.
Finally, a free throw that's made for Cavite City. They are 7 for 16 prior to that. Good for only 43%.
And what you need is those free throws to be made. And so if you look at the free throws, disparity here.
65 to 50, 15-point lead. The ball is with Calderon. Adrian gives it to the paint. Munti ka naman.
Oh, that's a travel right there.
Is Cavite City not able to capitalize when things are going their way?
Yeah, hypothetically, if they made those free throws, they would have garnered an additional 9 points rather. And so this would have been just a 6-point game.
Yun nga, coach, or could be a 10-point game if you consider the averages. Kasi parang average dito sa junior MPBL nasa 60 to 70, di ba? So,
yeah, and that's 9 missed free throws, Nico. 7 of that coming from Calderon. That I guess what's the most painful part of it.
Oh, I know. What happened here? Was there a things getting feisty here inside the Montano Hall Gymnasium? Another technical foul called on Bauan Cafe Uno.
Yeah, that's second. Is that on the bench? That's 2 already on the bench. If my recall is correct, if there's another technical, the third one, I'm not sure if that's gonna be cause for ejection of the coach.
Ito si Bulilan, at least his free throws, he is perfect, 6 for 6. I would give him the ball every time for my free throws.
Right. Down 14 with 5.5.
Crucial moments in this game. Ito yung time na dapat humahabol na kayo.
Somebody's got to help out here.
Short of the shot by Icy. Calderon's ahead of the break. 2 black shirts behind him. No problem, says Adrian. 12 points na lang lamang.
That's his strength, and the mayor loving this action right here, loving the response from his local team.
You can see eyes wide open for Mayor Denver Chua. Liking what he's seeing from his team. Another stop for Cavite City. Calderon, the head of the snake. Let's see what he does here. Pulls up.
Oh, wow.
Gives it to Bulilan. Wide open for 3. Bulilan gets his miss. The spin move and the push shot. The lead is now down to 10.
This is almost like a 7 or 8 to nothing run. Offensive foul right there.
Si Pagulayan na naman. And Pagulayan just couldn't get it going here in the 4th quarter.
And boy, talk about home court advantage in full display here.
And you can see emotions starting to pile over.
Yeah, clearly that was a push. You know,
Kitang-kita.
yeah, clearly that was a push.
And as clear as day.
Yeah, if you're pushing a player to gain an advantage, That's going to be a foul.
65-55, a timeout on the floor. Take a look here, the Cavite City outscoring Bauan in this quarter, 14-4, Coach Mike.
Well,
and led by this guy and si Bulilan.
Well, just like the solar panels that they sell, the Aces Solar just, getting up all that pent energy and turning it into a run here. And now they're fully charged.
Fully charged, ready for one more run. And give Bauan a run for its money. Drive by Cavite City, trying to go inside the paint. Bulilan, too strong. Great stop there by the black shirts.
Well, that was a good shot though. Unchallenged, right there in his range. And a turnover.
Natawagan para technical foul.
Oh, he's out.
He's out of the game.
Wow.
Icy Kalangan. Wow.
Wow.
That's quick calls from our referee.
Yeah, because I think he already gave him a warning earlier.
Warning,
Yeah,
may technical. Dire-diretso pa si Icy.
gave him
He's
a technical, and he's out. That's the second one.
Now he has to get out of the playing court. Sa ano dapat yun, diba? Sa locker room, Coach Mike.
And boy, if these two teams get in the playoffs,
It's gonna be crazy.
it's gonna be crazy, man.
May history na
May
agad.
history na sila, right?
Sa inaugural season of Manny Pacquiao's Junior MPBL rivalry starting to form. And something that we can note for the playoffs moving forward.
So this is, I guess this is going to be 2 free throws. And the Rock.
For Cavite City, you can rely that that Jelris Bulilan will be making those free throws. He's perfect from that line. First free throw is good. 7 for 7 up for Jelris. Back to single digits para dito sa Aces Solar.
I've learned from Coach Noy Africa not to say anything on a free throw.
Yeah, that's why That's why tahimik ako bago siya tumira. Kina-comment ko na kung ano na yung nangyari na. Oh, perfect pa rin, Coach
Wow.
Mike. That's why quiet lang tayo prior. Kailangan na lumabas si Icy Kalangan. He's escorted by the Junior MPBL security.
Now they're 8 points down. If they make a 2 or 3 here, this is going to be a 5 or a 6-point game. Yeah, that's a traveling violation. Clearly, the ball was handed to the guy who's supposed to do the throw-in.
Okay.
You cannot move your feet. You have to stay right there, straddling, 2 feet inside, not moving, and staying the court.
FIBA rules.
Yeah.
Or maybe a rule just for any rules out there with basketball. Or anyway, up by 8. Tong Bauan Cafe. A 3. They lose the ball and should go back to Cavite City.
Oh, wow.
The momentum is with the Aces Solar. Can they complete this comeback?
Well, more importantly, you got to come up with points here. You just can't be allowing yourselves to getting possessions and coming off with empty sets. Get in there, get points, get a stop, do it again.
65-57. Not sure where they're gonna inbound this. Palit sila ng bola. Medyo basa ata yung ano natin dun.
See how that ball went. Oh, definitely that didn't go through anyone.
Calderon! Almost. Palakas lang yung pasa.
Yeah, he was rushing it.
No need. Toras, dahil pang oras naman, Coach
Yeah,
Mike.
definitely.
JD. Short on that one. He's been called here in the fourth quarter. Nadulas ata. Isa dito sa players. Si Magcales slipped after the board. Let's see what the call is here.
I think that possession's gonna remain. That rock's gonna remain with Bauan if that possession arrow is correct.
Take a look here, Coach Mike, of what happened.
Yeah.
Parang, yeah, well, it's a jump ball. Ayun, natawagan na nga. So, since possession arrow tayo dito, it's pointing towards this side of the court, the one we're seeing right now on your screens. It's staying with Bauan Cafe. I don't remember the last time they scored, Coach Mike. They have been outscored 16-4 here in the fourth quarter.
And boy, it's been few and far in between yung puntos nila dito. Right now, scoring-wise, it's 16-4 in the fourth quarter. Exactly what you mentioned.
Let's see. Ano bang kinaklarify nila dito?
Yeah, that's a sportsmanlike foul. That's correct. You can't be doing that. Because even if it's already a dead ball, an unspoke could still be called.
Tough break para sa Cavite City. That's the last thing they need. And Bauan Cafe will gladly take any opportunities they can get. They haven't scored in what, 3-4 minutes? It's been that long.
Yeah.
Anyway, that is number 78 on your screens, Kelsey Baldoria. The drums are alive and beating. Off to the right side for his first free throw. He has one more and the possession for Cafe Uno.
Yeah, Coach Joel's complaining of that unspoke call.
0 for 2.
Oh, wow.
Not able to capitalize here.
Oh, wow.
Tawag pala dito sa Bauan, batang angas. To inbound, si Tabuan.
Crucial stop here. Oh,
Traveling
wow.
ata yun. That was very clear, right, Coach? At least for my end, na-count ko parang daming steps ata when he was trying to drive to the lane.
Yeah, but it's a really nice set. That's a triangle offense set, though.
Ganda nga ng offense.
Backdoor step.
He's not able to corral the ball, kaya parang napa-extra steps itong si JD.
See that again. 1, 2, 3. Yeah.
I don't know what happened to JD here.
But look at how Coach Joel Gragasin, the sportsman that he is, still taking care of JD Pagulayan. He understands the importance of this game to his team, but he too understands that, you know, even before any game, all of us are human, and you have to be taking care of players, be it on your side of the team or your opponents.
Not sure ano ba yung iniinda dito ni Pagulayan as he heads to the PT side to get checked. Not sure if he's holding on to his thigh, to his hamstring. But it's another key player. You know, you don't have IC on the court anymore. You don't have JD Pagulayan right now. The odds are stacked up against Bauan Cafe.
Well, they got to be able to respond here. Good shot.
Off to the left, just too strong on that one.
I say that was a good shot because that's his range.
Yeah,
and
range,
since that defense didn't bite, you know, you're going to make him take that.
Drive to the left.
Oh, no.
Breaking down the defense, just not able to make that shot.
Now you certainly feel that fatigue starting to play a factor here in this game.
The physical, mental fatigue, the environment as well is going against Bauan. The drive, but again, another block. That is the fourth block of Aris Kane Borja. And you can always rely on a guy like him to protect you inside the paint. Without fouling, I don't think he's been called yet for any fouls. Bulilan. Tuwagan ng foul dito ang Cavite City.
Yeah, I'm guessing both players, all players on the floor right now are pretty gassed. But this game is slowed down too. Medyo bumagal na yung laro. As you see there, JD Pagulayan being attended to right there by our medics.
But di ako sure kung ano may titingnan dito yung left. Yung left ano niya.
Yeah.
Yung left leg. Cramps. So checking here for JD Pagulayan, getting a report from our team. He's cramping in his both legs.
Oh,
I
wow.
need under monitoring pa itong si JD Pagulayan, and cramps are really a killer, Coach.
I don't think he's coming back because if you got both legs cramped up,
Wala
even
na.
if you get to play and stand inside the court, you're going to be a liability defensively, and you don't want to be that one guy that frees up the players from Cavite. Finally, they got a free throw in.
It's the first point in 4 minutes para sa Bauan Cafe. I never thought I would say that considering they are an offensive firepower. And Cavite City still not done with the run.
And Bulilan, it's a business decision by Bulilan. I'm going to take this on my shoulder no matter what.
Siya yung pinakamainit right now, Coach Mike. He's also the leading scorer for the Aces Solar with 19, well, now 21 points after that shot.
Oh.
As steady as they come. Aris Kane Borja once more inside the paint. No one can stop him there.
Wow.
Ayun.
Turnover here.
And things not good.
It's a 5-2 run here by Bauan.
Yes, Coach. 11-point lead. Let's see how they respond. A pull-up three by Calderon.
Ooh.
That is a backbreaker.
Now that ball was halfway down.
The last 2 minutes in this ball game. Bauan holding on to an 11-point lead. But the momentum is still with Cavite City still.
I don't know about that. I
Medyo
think
nag-shift na ba,
medyo
Coach?
nag-shift na. A little bit. This game slowed down a little bit.
That could have changed the whole game if they went in.
Yeah.
11-point lead pa rin para sa Cafe Uno. Steal, almost a steal. The ball lands in the hands of Bulilan. Bulilan asking for a screen. Goes to his right, trying to attack the defense of the trees of Batang Angas. It's a foul on Cavite City, and that's automatically 2 free throws para sa Bauan. And with 1 minute and 25 remaining, this is a sense of normalcy para sa Cafe Uno. I'm sorry, it's not a foul on Bauan. It's a foul on Bauan. That's why Cavite City will retain the possession. Pagkale for the mid-range. No good. Great tap there. But the Aces Solar, Calderon will take his chance. Still no good. 5 straight misses for Cavite City.
That's fatigue right there.
It was inline, Coach eh. Hindi lang talaga pumapasok. A minute and 7 remaining. 70-59. Calderon to inbound. Gives it to Bulilan, their leading scorer for Aces Solar. Another block by Borja, and the ball goes back to the black shirts. And si Borja, I don't think they would win without his contributions at defense, Coach Mike. 5 blocks for him.
Yeah, definitely those stops. Lalo na in this final part of the game, plays a lot of impact.
50 seconds remaining here.
But man, you gotta have your heart out for the Cavite Aces Solar team.
Lumaban talaga, Coach
Yeah,
Mike.
gallant
Hanggang ngayon
stand.
lumalaban pa.
Oh!
Power move brought to you by Pound for Pound Fitness. Official fitness part of the Junior MPBL. And Pound for Pound Fitness has strength and conditioning, athletic training. If you want to elevate your game, just like what you see here from Bauan and Cavite City, check out Pound for Pound Fitness.
Yep. And right there, Bulilan still continues to lead the way here para sa Cavite team. He's already got 23 points, make that 24. And you know, one more final run here. Things looking really bleak, but they just want to get this inbounds correctly. Speaking of Bauan.
When we thought that the momentum was already with Bauan, the things have flipped. Timeout on the floor. 70-62 is their score.
Nais kong pasalamatan ang ating
Once again, Commissioner Keith Picazo. Not sure they're looking at the stats here. Ano bang dinidiscuss nila? For sure, it's anything related to the junior MPBL.
Sabi siguro ni Com, tingnan mo nga kung gaano ka namin nanood. Ganda ng laro.
Oh. I would believe that if that is their conversation.
Right.
Check mo ilang views ng live natin.
Tsaka ilang shares.
Oo, ilang shares. But kidding aside, we're live on Facebook, YouTube, and Channel 19 on Signal. Some great action here for the 1800 division between Cavite City and Bauan. Live inside the Montano Hall in Cavite City.
That's gotta be a 5-second call, yeah. Good defense there. That's a 5-second call automatic.
Timeout dito.
Yeah.
Cavite City trying to think of something of a play when play resumes.
This is where quick hitters really need to come, and this is why you coach. This is why you coach. And so Coach Joel Gargasin is going to throw it in. I like to understand from the front court so they'll get a 14-second shot clock, get the quick 2 points or quick 3. They'll be down by 5 points. Makes that a 2-possession game.
Kanino mo yung bibigay, Coach? If you're Cavite City, do you go to Calderon or do you go to Bulilan?
Well, you got 2 options. Bulilan's been the hottest guy on the floor. And Calderon's the forceful one.
4 for 25 from 3, itong Cavite. But if that shot presents itself to them, they will have no hesitation to hoist up that shot from downtown.
Boy, I really love this shot. Every time we have this kind of shot, it just brings so much emotion and perspective. And I believe it's only the junior MPBL that provides that kind of look in game.
You can see here, there's so much people watching here. Karamihan nakatayo na sa entrance.
Yeah.
Pass.
Little winner action here.
Calderon too strong and rebounded by Bauan Cafe. Now, Cavite City has to foul.
But that was a good one, though. That was a good one.
That was a good possession, right? Na open up si Calderon sa right corner for the 3. It was in line, but it just didn't go in.
Yeah, that's a classic Brad Stevens play called a winner, where you have guys cutting to the opposite side of the floor, where everyone's got their backs turned.
Tapos may nakaabang dun sa ano eh.
Yeah. I think he tweaked it a little. Normally you have a second guy that would receive it from the other, from the weak side before it gets to that corner guy flashing.
Really impressed with this, with Aris Kane Borja. Cavite City had no answer for him inside the paint as well. Whenever he's inside, kasi puro blocks talaga. All clean. I don't think he's been called. But a 2-pointer there. Still not done. 71-64. 14 seconds remaining. Cavite City has to foul.
But if you're a Cavite fan, you love that this fight continues even to the dying seconds of the match. You know, just shows you a lot of heart and a lot of effort para dito sa Cavite.
It was 61-36 a while ago. That's the biggest lead of Bauan Cafe. And since then, they only scored 10 points.
Yeah, and this was the only quarter that Cavite actually outscored Bauan. Right now, currently, it's 21 versus 10. And talk about that huge deficit that they really just climbed out of.
Makes the first shot. That is for the Bauan Cafe Uno. That is Muhammad Gunting. 5 points and 3 assists. Became a steady presence, especially nung nawala sina IC at sina JD Pagulayan. Drive for Cavite City. Bilis sila makakonvert. Back to a 7-point lead.
This is still 7 points.
To pressure from the backcourt, trying to get a steal. Can they get the 8 seconds? Yun na, they get the steal. Nice pass. And wala na talagang oras. And they're asking if it should count. They're gonna review it, but that's a victory for Bauan Cafe Uno. Titingnan lang natin kung kakount ba nila yung layup na yun. But Coach Mike, just like what you said, you gotta appreciate the fight. Yun ang Caviteño.
Yeah, exactly. And you know, winners don't lose games. They just run out of time. Exactly what happened to Cavite. They really just run out of time. But, you know, I'm very curious how this goes if these two teams start getting into the playoffs.
We're just gonna wait here for the Atlantis 88 move of the game.
Check.
Waiting to see ano bang ipapakita na nila sa atin dito. Of course, it's gonna be Bulilan, who has one of the crazier shots that we have seen in this game between Bauan and Cavite City.
Yeah, because prior to that shot, he actually missed that three, got that offensive rebound, and we feel that could have been the swinger. But Bauan just really able to wake up right on time.
73-66 is your score in favor of Bauan Cafe Uno. They are now 3-0, while Cavite City fell 2-3. And Coach Mike, what happened here? Saan ba kinapos ang Cavite City Aces Solar?
Well, it's really more of conversions that they did. You know, defending so much better, and those technical fouls and those incursions that they had really helped them out. But yung mga opportunities na yon started to dwindle once the element of time started coming in, and when Bauan made that 5-2 run, and that's really what just dug them deeper and couldn't get out of it.
Para sa Bauan Cafe Uno naman, it's more for me, what stuck with me yung ano talaga yung defense, diba? The steals that they're able to get. But first, let's give this to Flo de la Agua for the Atlantis 88 player of the game. Flo, go ahead.
And the Bauan Cafe Uno team has emerged victorious in this game. At ang nanguna para sa kuponan ay ang ating Atlantis 88 player of the game, JD Pagulayan with 16 points, 7 rebounds, and 2 assists. At hindi lang yan, meron pang 3 steals at 1 block. Congratulations, JD. Matanong ko lang, patuloy ang paggawa mo ng pangalan dito sa Liga. Any chance na magta-tryout sa maglalaro ka for your college team?
Sa ngayon, nag-aaral ako sa Perpetual. Juniors ako ngayon sa Perpetual. Tsaka yung mga teammate ko, kasama ko rin sa mga Perpetual. Kayo.
Alright, maraming salamat, JD. And because of your performance, baka meron kang gustong batiin o pasalamatan?
Una, papasalamat ako kay Lord kasi ginabayan po kami sa game na to at binigay po yung panalo sa amin. Sa mga kay Mayor, kay Mayora, dyan po sa teammate ko dyan sa dorm, sa Perpetual, kay buddy ko dyan, Gojo Cruz, pati sa pamilya ko, sa Tuguegarao City na palagi nakasuporta sa akin.
Maraming salamat, JD, and congratulations again to the Bauan Cafe Uno team. And we are thankful for all of your support here in Junior MPBL. Kaya naman pakinggan natin sila Nico at Coach Mike to formally end this match.
Thank you so much for that, Flo. And let's take a look at some of the game highlights that we have seen from first to fourth quarter. And what it looked like that Cafe Uno was about to run away with this game. Cavite City had other plans. But it just came too late. It was in the fourth quarter. But if it was just a quarter early, it could have changed the whole tide with how this game is going to end. For Bauan Cafe Uno, defense reigned supreme when their offense started to fail them. And that's what gave them this game onto their third victory. We come to the conclusion of our live coverage for the 1800 division with Bauan Cafe Uno winning 73-66 of Cavite City Aces Solar. Our next game will be the 1600 division matchup between the same cities that you see on screen. On behalf of Coach Mike Perez and Flo de la Agua, this has been Nico Rocha. And this is the Atlantis 88 Manny Pacquiao's Junior MPBL, ang liga ng bawat batang Pilipino.